Hi there, my name is Julia Griffin, and I'm going into my junior year at USF. I am pursuing a degree in marketing and recently decided to pick up a minor in mass communications and advertising. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time in the ISM 3011 course as it has challenged me, but also helped me become more familiar with computer skills such as Excel, Tableau, and HTML coding, all of which will prove to be beneficial in any job field as technology is becoming more and more apparent. Initially reviewing the data included going over each column and row, which included components such as country, region, state, zip code, city, sales date, department, item, sales, and the profit. The data set consisted of this information and was not sorted in any specific way that I noticed. The initial data analysis influenced the types of visualizations I included because it interested me to compare any numbered data to more geographical data. I did not experience any problems worth mentioning. My thoughts regarding the data set remained pretty consistent. So this is my first visualization in my first sheet. So this shows the profit earned for each item sold, and I learned that the data with the largest profit, or the item with the largest profit, is Marabo. This was achieved by inserting a graph to easily depict the height differences, making analyzing the highest earned profit more efficient. The relationship between the rows and columns are important as it allows us to see the highest profit between items. I chose this particular visual format because I think graphs are one of the easiest formats to understand when it comes to interpreting data with numbers, and this is meaningful to understand the relationship between the profit and items, and I chose a purple color for that. My second sheet showcases the overall number of sales within departments. From looking at this visualization, I learned that the number of sales seemingly takes a dip when looking at beds compared to sofas and appliances. This information was gathered from observing the visual format. The relevance in this relationship shows which departments sell the most. I chose this certain format because it is interesting seeing the spike in levels while comparing departments. This is meaningful as it allows us to see which department sells the most, and that's like an orange color. My third sheet and format includes the map option. This shows the total number of sales between each individual state. From this visualization, I learned California is the state with the highest sales revenue. This was achieved by placing the specific data I wanted to analyze in a map format and analyzing each state. This is an important relationship as it represents each state in their sales level. I chose this particular visualization format because with incorporating the states, a map is a great way to visualize. This visualization is meaningful as it separates the states with the highest sales from the states with the lowest. For my fourth sheet, I chose a line graph, and this line graph shows the date of the sales and the sales revenue. So as we can see, it has 2018 and 2019 on the bottom, and then the sales on the sides. From analyzing this data from the visualization, I learned that the year 2018 had a higher sales revenue than the following year, 2019. These numbers changed significantly between the 2 years, as you can see by the decrease. And this was important to me to see how sales have been decreasing from year to year. I thought this visualization suited the data as a downward-facing line represents the decrease in sales, and this is meaningful as it shows the data decreasing with time. So I created this dashboard, and it includes all 4 of my sheets. The components included our sales, sales data, states, items, profit, and department. I included these sheets as they show all of the data that interested me while doing my first initial analysis. And as a group, they cover a variety of information given from the initial downloaded data source that I deemed worthy to include. The story that I put together includes all 4 of my worksheets in each of the 4 panes. By putting these worksheets together, it shows all of the different components of the data. Including more advertising throughout any states lacking in sales might be a beneficial recommendation to try to increase sales revenue and profit margin in the future. That would be what I would say. Overall, my experience with Tableau was definitely a positive one. I learned how to create a few different sheets with multiple different visualization formats. Changing the colors of these formats is another skill I acquired. Becoming familiar with dashboards and creating a story was an obstacle I definitely struggled with, but I worked through it to the best of my ability, and I would like to say that I definitely tried to finish strong. So thank you. I hope you have a good night.